Oh my goodness. Happy Thursday. I do know what day it is. I do. Okay. I want to say this. Um, yeah, there's been a lot going on with my hair today. Um, so thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining our weekly energy healing check-ins, is what I want to call them. Um, I have been having an interesting, exciting week, and they want me to start with that. So I um I was reading my manifesto, is what I'm going to call it, that I've been reading pretty much every day for the year. And I got a message to go to Next Millennium, which is a local metaphysical store. And I hadn't been there in a while, and I got the message and I was like, okay. So I sort of assumed the message was for Oracle cards. So I've been shuffling these cards. They are the Lover's Oracle. And so I went and I looked and I said, do I need any cards? And they drew my attention. I'll just fast forward a little bit and say one of the things they drew my attention to was these cards. So I was asking, what cards do I need? What crystals do I need? They have a crystal room. And they draw my attention to these cards, and I was like, I already have those cards. Like, I have a lot of cards. And so these are the cards that I'm shuffling today. That story will become more important as we move along. Okay. So the message here for us today from these cards that I actually got from the kitchen. They weren't on my card desk. They will be now, apparently, for a minute. The message is this: emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Oh, the first part was really nice. So, this is the lesson of today. It is the lesson that as you allow yourself to, things are going to become more clear. They're going to be increasing your perception. Allow your emotions to be part of you, to acknowledge them as they come up, to feel them as they come up, and then to let them go. When an emotion happens and you don't just let it go, that is when distortions happen. Maria, I almost feel you laughing. If you want to share your story now, please do feel free to do so.
Okay, so it may not be a fun thing, but I now understand what you're talking about. So, I drop off my ex-husband and Joey to the airport. His mom is on life support, and they may unplug the system right on Saturday. And I didn't let him inside my home. He stayed outside. I sat on the porch with him, but I gave him that comfort because I lost my mom 2 years ago. So I was like, okay, I know you're going through this.
Mm-hmm.
So God gave me the ability to actually show him love in a way, but not in a romantic way, if it makes sense.
It does.
And
That's what you've been working on.
yes. And I was like, oh wow, I hope he didn't get this confused that okay, she wants me back because that's
Mhm.
not the case.
It
But
doesn't have to
yeah,
be.
it makes sense. So now I totally understand what you've been teaching me. So thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, thank you.
yay. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's what it's all about, right? Is understanding that when you can, romantic or otherwise, allow someone to be present in your life without being your life, that's all right, right? So you don't need to have him as part of your romantic life going forward, but to allow yourself to feel what you need to feel, to be empathetic towards those emotions, to follow your own intuition and guidance system. He didn't need to come in, right? That was your energetic boundary. But by allowing yourself to simply show empathy and compassion for him, you're letting go of the past resentment and saying, I allow bygones to be bygones. I allow the past to be that which it is, and to truly move forward and into a new and healthier version of myself. And this was kind of part of the other story as well, which is like any time that you are holding on to something that wants to be let go of, your body is going to reflect that, right? So it's like this is another part too, right? That, and I know you've heard me say it before, and now it's going to make even more sense. That if you need to, and I say it often in this simple, and you'll be laughing again. It's literally what I did before our session. If you need to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom, right? I actually have done this a couple times in the shower to clear my throat chakra. If you need to scream, then scream, right? I haven't been doing it in the middle of the night. I'm like, okay, what time of day is it? Is this a reasonable thing that, right? But if you need to do it, then do it. If you need to say it and say it lightly. And what I mean is say what needs to be said in the most loving way you can muster, right? But if there's something that needs to be said, then it needs to be said. If there's something that needs to be let go of, then there's something that needs to be let go of. It's just letting go for the energetic flow to be there so that there isn't anything that's lingering. So by showing compassion, you're able to show trust in yourself and to show love for your past partner, the father of your children, right? And yet to continue to have strong energetic boundaries within yourself, saying, I want to be clear that what I want is to show love and compassion and believing in a higher version of you, but that doesn't include you being in my home. And that's okay, right? And so the energy today, and it was interesting. So as I was getting ready for the session, they're like, cards, Rachelle, remember you need the new cards. And I was like, oh, right. And by new, you mean these cards that I've had for a really long time. And I like them. They have really interesting messages. It's just that they're in the shape of a heart. And so the only thing about them is the shuffling. But as my intuition is stronger now, and just my knowing is stronger, I just get that, oh, Rochelle, it's the top card now. And so when it's the top card, I know to stop shuffling. So here's the message. Over time, things will undoubtedly get harder as we progress. And what I mean is that what's going on outside in the world, outside of this bubble, outside of this collective, outside of our group, is all sorts of things going on for people who are choosing something other than letting it go, right? And so when you can choose to just let it go, then things flow so much smoother. In order for you to continue to stay in alignment, even with what it is here, it requires you to have a certain amount of energy and wherewithal within yourself to decide, I'm letting it all go, right? I'm choosing me. I'm choosing love. I'm choosing divine light, right? And in each time that you do that, you come more and more into the center of love of yourself. Because when you choose that whatever I need to do for myself, I'm going to do it now. They want me to share the full alignment of the story now with what happened yesterday. So it was most people, when you get to a place of stillness, you have the openness to receive a message, right? A lot of my journey in the last couple years has been receiving messages filtered through the higher aspects of myself, or who I often refer to as my higher self. But there are other ways. In the beginning, it was, I remember, oh, welcome, Miss Eva. I was actually, funny enough, I was just looking at my phone going, please tell me, did this girl tell me could she figure it out? And then you join, which makes it perfect. Anyway, okay, so I'm sharing my story about the encounter of yesterday. So in the beginning, when I know, um, in the beginning, when I was meditating, I remember probably about 5 or 6 years ago, I was doing a meditation. And I knew from Abraham that she would say, like, you do meditation so you can get to that spot. And if you get the inspired thought, by all means, please follow through with the inspired thought. And so at that point, I got this message. At that point, it was get up and go to the mall now. And this particular one, what happened at that time was it was like they had these different tables set up in the mall. I honestly don't remember what it was. I remember the experience of going there and being like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like they had additional vendors or things. I knew there was something that I wanted there that I ended up purchasing at that time. It was like, get up and go to the mall. And it was a specific person and a specific thing that I was supposed to line up with then. At that point, at least I got myself to the mall, if that makes sense. So I got this message this weekend, and it wasn't in meditation. It was, well, I guess it depends on your definition. It was when I was reading my manifesto to myself of what it is that I am embodying in the new year, that we wrote together in our New Year. I think it was the New Year's Eve ceremony, and it was, what are we doing in the new year? What do you want to manifest? So I was reading that. So you can call that a state of meditation if you want. And I got a thought, and it was go to Next Millennium, which is the card shop. You can't really call it a card shop. It's a metaphysical shop with clothing and gifts and all sorts of wonderful tarot cards, and they have a crystal room. And so I was like, okay. So on this particular day, it might have even been a work day, to be honest. The specific day isn't really that important. I was like, okay, I'll go to Next Millennium. I'm thinking to myself, it's probably some like crystal or card or something that I need there. So I went and I was looking at cards, and they directed me to cards that I already had. And that was where the Lover's Oracle came in. They're like, yeah, there's a message there you need to share. So they were telling me today that was the message. So then as I was in the store and I went into the crystal room, and I was hoping for um I had meant to buy, I have a really big lump of coal, just to be completely honest, that I sleep with. And I know. Because if you look at the energetic properties of coal, it is very grounding and earthing, and it is similar to like a black tourmaline, only like really a fraction of the cost. Anyway, so I have this like, I don't know, significant 5 or 10 pound, um,
Sorry, my kids are distracting. I didn't mean to unmute them.
hi Buddha. Um,
Yeah.
and so I was like, okay, and the large one that I had been meaning to buy over time wasn't there. The funny thing is, as I'm walking around, I hear this man who is new and working behind, they have like this crystal counter where you could ask questions about crystals. It's really quite fabulous. And I just hear him talking to this woman, and it becomes clear to me as my higher self is just having me pick up little crystals, which is like just really never what I buy. I did find some, like, but because they had told me before, like, you really have all the crystals that you need. But I did find some that were very powerful. And so we can get into that if you want, Maria. And so what I would say is when I find what I do is I take my pendulum. Well, I have extra things that I do, but I would say what happens is as I'm using my pendulum, I will say, okay, show me what row, show me which one, show me what table, show me what crystal, and then I will feel the crystals until I get the message that that's the one. And then I hold it and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one. So I would encourage you to do the same thing. Just follow your inner guidance system is all you really need. Just be like, Rachelle, please be with me now and help me find the most wonderful crystal present in this crystal store. And then we will be there and you just have to follow your guidance into, oh, well, there's a pretty pink one. Right? Whatever it is. And then you pick it up and you go, if there's a few, you just pick it up until you go, oh, yep, that's the one. So you can do that and have fun. This is how I have fun in my life. This is my idea of fun. But you do you. So I hear this man talking about stuff and it becomes more and more clear to me because when I was looking at the cards, they said, no, it's in the crystal room. And then it became clear to me that this man was actually the mission, not the crystals. And so I talked to him and I gave him a message, and the message was this, and this is the message for the group as well. Well, it's a little bit different for you because you found me, but in general, he was talking to a woman and she was like, oh, he was new. He had moved around. He was from this area and moved back to like the Omaha area. And she was telling him, you could go to this person's house and you could go to this healer and you could go to this person and you could do this and you could do that. And so I wasn't asking at the time. It just became clear that this was why I was there. And so I walked up to him and I said, honey, I have a message for you. And usually at this point I say, are you open to a message? But I didn't need to do that in this case. I said, you don't need any of those things. What you need is you. You need to meditate, not to go looking outside of yourself for all of these things. And that really is the answer, that when you can follow your inner guidance, which was the message of finding a crystal, right? It's like, you can, and I do occasionally, if I'm looking for something not in a store, I'll use my book and use my pendulum and say what type of crystal, and then I'll go to like Etsy, for example, and then just use my pendulum to find the crystal that makes sense. But if you can go to the store, it's even more fun, right? Depending on what it is that you need at the moment. And so I talked to him for about an hour, I think. Maybe a little less because there was some time where I was figuring out why I was there. Because this message came through and I started doing, this is another part. They were guiding me to doing chanting. Now, chanting is already part of what I do with you guys. It's also already part of what I do in my spiritual sadhana practice. And so that was kind of the part of it. And I think I've shared as part of my journey, my meditation was doing the meditation that I learned and the pieces for me over time. And I would also do Isha Kriya, and what they had told me before, and I finally, I'll just say, and I lined up with, was doing my guided meditation, which we're gonna do now as well, and then adding the chanting at the end. So he needed that message, and so did Miss Eva. And
I needed that.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, show up for you, baby girl. Show up for you. That's the message. Do what you need to do to show up for you.
I
So,
definitely agree with that.
uh-huh.
For sure. He's been a nightmare, so.
Uh-huh.
And I've been really distanced from him, so like distancing myself. I'm sure you can tell.
Mama, empty.
I mean, all right, continue though.
So the lesson was, so I said to him, I said, did you call out for help like 3 days ago or something? And he's like, oh, I was like, how long? I was like, did you call out for help? And he's like, oh, yeah, no, I did. I was like, was that like 3 days ago? And he's like, yeah, I was like, I didn't remember the specific number of days that it had been. I just knew that I got the message and I was like, okay, I'll go there and buy cards or whatever. And he's like, oh no, I did. And I said, okay. So that's your lesson, right? Like, or that's what you need to understand. Like, if you call out for help and there is help available specifically for me, then I will show up for you. And I was asking the universe, like, did I get that right? Was that what happened? And I think I'm going to share this because number one, it's very divine. And number two, I want you to understand what you can be for you and what you can be for others. And so I said, what was it that aligned this man perfectly for me to get the message to go there and be and do and hear, for him to hear what he needed to hear? And I gave him a very lot of messages. He's like, how did you pick up on all that? And this was just what I was willing to do publicly. And I was like, well, I already told you the answer to that, right? Like, he's like, I can't believe you could pick up on all that. And as I was telling him, he was like, well, meditation is about quieting your mind. And I said, that's not been my experience. It doesn't have to be quiet. And then the phone rang. And I said, and he got it. I didn't have to explain it to him. And he was like, okay, it doesn't have to be quiet. Got it. And I said, and I'm running out of time. And then the girl came on the loudspeaker and said, and we'll be closing in 15 minutes. And I said, I think I said girl, because apparently that's how he talks. And I said, girl, see, that's what I'm talking about. This can be fun. If you want to have that kind of fun in your life, and that's what fun is for me these days, then show up by meditation. Show up by taking the time every single day, verbatim, no matter what it takes, to show up for yourself. That's the message today. And apparently this whole gosh darn week. And so allow yourself to let go, to feel what you need to feel, to allow yourself to feel what you need to feel, and then to let go of whatever it is. To let go of whatever it is that you need to let go of in order to move forward. Oh. It's okay. And so that's the message. So they want me to walk you through, in general, this meditation that I have been doing. And I was saying that
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. She's making me tell you that she loves you.
oh,
So I'm sure she just felt whatever you just did. I could tell you got that energy.
it was a pretty.
So sorry to interrupt you.
I wanted to say it was like Eva just took a dump.
It's been bad.
Thank you, sweetheart. I love you too.
So was all the kids here. So I saw it on your face as soon as she popped in, like you felt all that. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. No, it was good.
Then she was like, "Tell her I love her. Tell her. Can you tell her?" And I was like, "Sorry to interrupt you." But she made me tell you that.
You know what though? I mean, if there is something that needs to be said, that was part of the lesson already. That was part of the lesson already, is if you have to say something, say it with love. And I'm sure that Nicole felt that one too. It was like, ooh. So thank you, baby girl, for letting all that stuff go. Yeah, okay. So
thank you guys.
Yes, thank you. You are loved. Oh my gosh. So they want to walk through a general meditation with the intention that I was asking too. So when I asked, what was it that lined me up to be in alignment with this again? They said half of it was just doing my meditation with the Om chanting again. And I've been doing Isha Kriya every day. When I switched to doing my meditation with the Om chanting, is when I got that direct message. And so a lot of my messages, they come, I sort of want to say filtered through my higher self. It's like, okay, go to the store. Okay, now's a good time to take a shower or whatever. I get messages in different ways and intuitive, but this was a direct, you need to go to Next Millennium. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll go to Next Millennium. Right? Like, I mean, if you just really want me to go to the metaphysical store, I'll totally go to the metaphysical store. So I was asking the universe, what is it specifically that helped me to align with that? And this is what they said, and I think this is very, very profound. And they said, he was wise enough to be worth your time. He was receptive enough to make you smile. He was in proximity, and you had the availability. Now, there's about a million other things that go into that, but I found that to be very profound in the whole way that the universe was orchestrating that. And this isn't the first time that something like that has happened, but it was through clearing out my aura in an even more magnificent way and taking time to do the meditation that is sitting with yourself and allowing yourself to feel and release the energies that really, and I was pretty tuned in before, and this was an even greater tuning in for me because I did used to receive that occasionally, just like a boom, and this was a direct thing. And so it was what I call, and I think is a really good way to label it, a cooperative component. That if you are willing, and I am, but it is true, like I'm willing to go and be and do, but I do appreciate when those around me can hear me, right? Like you guys are showing up because you want to be here, right? And because you feel the shifts energetically in the day to day and over time. And so I will go and be a cooperative component to someone in the community if they are actually ready and willing to hear the message. And that is something that over time I have developed in my energy, and they're telling me now that's kind of part of it as well. That he was also, they said, the oldest soul that I've met this side of this century. And so when a call like that comes out and he was willing and ready to hear the message, I was willing and ready to go. But in order to do that, the message here, the message today is, and I think that you all, not think, I know that you all have the capacity and the desire to do that as well. And in order to do that, you have to show up first and foremost for yourself. 99% of the time I'm showing up for me, right? Like I'm doing me, I am meditating for me, I'm taking a shower for me, I'm resting for me, I'm making sure that I'm in alignment with my own inner union so that I am able to be there for you and others as well. Oh, girl, it's okay, honey. We can spend time talking later, I promise. Okay. Yeah. So the lesson here is learning how do you do it and how do you get there. And they've been telling me I probably do need to do another recording of my meditation. Not probably. I will eventually. I will with the chanting. That's really all that it needs. In the meantime, it is a recording and then there is time at the end. So it's like a 30-minute recording, but the time at the end is there so that if you have additional things to do or to say or to think or to unravel, to undigest, so to speak, that is what that time is there. So whew, that was nice.
Sorry, was that from Wyatt? Oh, sorry. He had a broken leg. He just got healed and like all kinds of stuff that I'll have to fill you in with later, but I could tell he definitely needed that. Thank you.
So if there's additional stuff that's going on out there. So Eva is not new to me. She's just reconnecting with her
Yeah,
true
sorry
authentic
everyone.
to her true authentic path, and she comes with a couple of little ones. Like
Yeah,
a
they're all very
couple.
little. I
Um,
apologize.
so they're used to in our sessions being able to talk to me. So there you
Yeah, they
go.
don't understand the group thing yet, so I really apologize. They're like, Rachelle?
It's okay. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, every time those were big. So yeah. And we're gonna have to revisit that because this is the now second session today of me working with someone with a leg for healing, and I even kidding. So anyway, I want to touch on that for a second because when it comes to that, it is your ability to move, your ability to move forward, and your ability to get yourself unstuck. And it's not any different than the message that I've been giving, which is show up for yourself and do what you need to do. If you need to fart, then fart. If you need to go to the bathroom, then go to the bathroom. If you need to shower, then shower. If you need to scream, then scream. Whatever it is that you feel like you need to do, you do that. Whatever you need to do, wherever you need to get yourself, you do that. Because it is by following your own intuition and your own inner guidance and allowing yourself to just do what you feel like you need to do, it's not really any different than the message. And I was like, oh, I need to get these tarot cards for this specific. I could have given it in a different way, but it's sometimes fun to give. It's always fun to give cards. And so energetically, today's message is show up for you and let's do the meditation. So, okay. Oh, also, this is going to be part of it as well. My journey has progressed, so I'm wearing my bamboo underwear. I'm in love with it. I am also wearing an organic cotton t-shirt and now cotton pants, and I can feel the difference. When I went to the store yesterday, part of his message, they had me go without mascara. Now, I've gotten to the point where that was what I would do, like eyebrows and mascara, and they're like, nope. And also, I was wearing, and again, this is kind of the message for today as well. It was just one of my plain organic t-shirts, and I was like, okay. But I was like, I could deal with that, but I wasn't quite to the point of wearing my sweatpants out in public, really, especially like, I don't usually do that ever. And so I put on my jeans and I do notice a difference now of like putting on my toxic denim as opposed to my organic sweatpants. And I will just say, I'm like, okay, I get it. Wearing plastic probably wasn't ever anyone's best choice. So when it comes to detoxing yourself, keep those things in mind that as you can over time, that's something to incorporate into the stuff that at least touches your body, that the organic and the cottons as opposed to the polyester. As I create more stuff that will happen over time whenever I'm in alignment with that particular part of my mission. They wanted me to make a video that talked about like plastics and what it means and how it gets into your skin and say, okay, now pause the video and check the garment label on your shirt. Are you wearing plastic? Because if it says polyester, that's what that means. And so I looked at like some of my favorite shirts, like, okay, so they're not organic cotton. And I was looking at it going, oh, they're so pretty, right? It's letting go of all of that. So I think that's what you needed to hear as well, Maria. Is that some of the stuff that's coming up for you, girl, is the need to recognize everything that you're putting in and on your body. When you are being in a state of flow, in a state of energy, and feeling good most of the time, Your body is asking, how can I feel better and better? And when you're starting to eat healthy and you're drinking healthy water, right? And you're eliminating coffee soon, um, then your body is going to start to notice more and more, okay, I'm getting rid of all of this stuff. I'm naturally detoxifying. What is this stuff that's on my body? So I'm sure that will come up more and more over time, but it's something that I have noticed as well. Now, what I will say is that the more that you increase your Akashic field to be stronger and stronger, the more that you can get the energy you need from your environment and the toxins no longer matter. While we're in the middle here, it's going to be a matter of being as pure in your mind, your body, and your soul as you possibly can be. Ah, oh,
Was that because Mike walked by?
yeah. Oh, girl. Okay. Yeah. So, uh, just dropping stuff off at the mall. Okay. So what we want to do. What we want to do is get into our natural flow. Yeah. And be ready to meditate. So Buddha, can we all practice meditation here for a moment? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay. So what we want to do is our, allow ourselves to be in a state of receptivity. So if you can, sitting in a quiet place is usually what you want to establish. I know. But sitting quietly, as quietly as you can muster with yourself, or just creating the atmosphere of shunya around you. That'll work. Then you want to sit in Otter Siddhasana if you can, just with your legs in the cross formation without them actually being crossed. Although mine are crossed now, it's because I'm sitting on a chair, because until I have a camera operator, it's just really the way that it works. And so then you want to put your hands in Yoga Mudra, which means 3 fingers close together. These 2 fingers you want to have close, and then your hands in the circle formation. And so then you want to place, your arms can be loose, but you want to just place your hands on your knees. All right. Ah, that was nice. Okay. We set our intention here through the love and grace of Source Energy, the highest Source Creator, the energy of the Godhead, the Source Energy of all that is. We allow ourselves to create an energetic presence within ourselves, creating a space of safety around us, calling on only love and light souls, beings, and spirits, love and light guides, calling on our trusted source, our trusted spirit team, and my own horde of angels. We allow ourselves to be in the energy of the trusted space. We allow ourselves to connect to the highest light source within ultimate source energy, and allow source energy to flow through us from the top of our head, down through our crown chakra, through our throat, through our heart, through our abdomen, through our intestines, through our legs, down into our toes. We allow source energy to flow through us in all ways. We allow the golden light of source energy to create concentric circles around us, coming down and clearing out our auric field in all ways, allowing golden drops of light to come down to clear our auric field in all ways, to allow the clearing and clarifying of the energies, of the energy centers, of the aura, of all energies in, on, and around us. We allow our aura and our energy field to be cleared completely, letting go of anything in our energetic channel, anything that was holding us back from being our true authentic self. We allow our channel to expand and for the white golden light to take away all of the energies that are no longer serving us, not our own and not for our highest good. We allow all energies within us to be present, to be full of love and light. We allow the energies of the highest source creator to wash through us, to let go of all of the waves of things, to simply let go of all things, to simply let go and to be present in the grace of the God source creator. We allow the golden source energy to flow through all of our meridians, down through our arms, into our fingers, through our legs, into our toes, to fill up all of the energy within our energetic circuitry with golden light once more, allowing it to flush out all of our energetic systems that weren't in alignment with love of self and love of others. Remembering that the true love is believing in the highest potential of yourself and others, letting go of what you know, what you've experienced, and leaving room for the highest potentiality of all, not knowing for sure, focusing on an outcome of what's to come, but being willing and able to stabilize your energetic system based on your love of self and your true inner divine union. They're showing me the yin yang peace sign of true balance within yourself. We allow ourselves to be in the true energetic peace, compassion, truth, and wisdom of all that is. We allow the true wisdom of all that is to flow through us and within us and to resonate with us in all ways. We now find the divine spark within ourselves, to recognize the true love and potentiality of what we are, what we have always been, to recognize ourselves as a true spark of source energy within ourselves. We allow this white light to flow through us now, to flow through all areas of our body and our mind and our soul, to allow this white energy to flow down, to fill up your legs, all the way down to your toes, to fill up your abdomen and your arms, all of your neck, up through your face and your head, allowing this energy to fill out all that you are, allowing the white light of the spark of who you are to truly cleanse out all energies in all ways, allowing the true energetic force of nature for all that you are to be truly felt within all aspects of all that is, to allow this white healing light to spin out in all directions in all of your chakras, your aura, and your meridians, to create a white spinning ball of light in your Earth Star chakra below your feet, spinning out in all ways, allowing yourself to cleanse your connection to Mother Gaia herself, to clear your connection with your Earth Star chakra in all ways. We now create a white spinning ball of light in our Earth Star chakra, spinning out in all ways, clearing all energies in, on, and around us that are not our own, no longer serving us, and not for our highest good. We let this energy spin out, clearing out all energies that are not resonating with the pure frequencies of love, hope, peace, contentment, and ease. We release these energies now. We now create a white spinning ball of light in our sacral chakra, spinning out in all ways, clearing out all energies that are not our own, no longer serving us and not for our highest good, letting go of all the resentment, the pain, the sorrow, and anything that we've been holding on to, allowing ourselves to truly let go of all blocks of sexuality, purity, infidelity, sexual tendencies, behaviors, and misuse. We allow these energies to simply be washed away by the grace and the love of the God Source Creator. We allow these energies to be recognized as they need to scream if you need to pound your fist if you need to, but to simply say, I acknowledge you and I release you now. I let go of you and the aspects that you were, and I allow the divine source energy and the spark of who I am to be replaced with love. I allow myself to recognize that what I am is love. What I came from is truly the energetic spark of all that is. And I allow myself to truly come into alignment with the divine spark of who I am. I allow myself to resonate with peace, with love, with harmony, and the true spark of true love being. I allow myself to resonate with love itself, to resonate with what it is to be in true loving union with myself, to allow all of the hatred, the fear, the anger, the sadness, and the fear to be released from all aspects and layers of my personality, of all that is, from my first breath of the soul, progressing through what is happening now until the end. I let go of all fear, pain, and sorrow. I let go of everything that I was given, everything that I felt was unjust, everything that I've been holding against myself or others. I simply allow it to leave now. We create a white spinning ball of light in our solar plexus chakra, spinning out in all ways, allowing ourselves to realign with the spark of Christ consciousness, to come into the true energetic alignment of all that we are, all that we were, and all that we will be, to allow ourselves to recognize the energy of contentment and to reach for the energy of joy, happiness, and peace, to let go of any energies that we weren't allowing ourselves to see, hear, feel, or experience again, to simply allow these energies to be acknowledged and released now. We let go of all of the resentment, all of the pain, all of the fear, all of the sorrow, all of the love not love, joy not joy, and peace not peace. We let go of all the things we were forcing to be happening in our lives, all the ways we were shutting people out instead of allowing them to be themselves and leave our lives completely. We allow ourselves to walk down the winding road, to truly find ourselves on the other end of the curtain by being willing to address that we were living in a way that we didn't wish to live. We can truly allow ourselves to emerge from the depths of the gunk, to rise out of the fear, out of the tar, and to allow ourselves to be cleansed from the source energy that we know that we have access to now and forevermore. We allow ourselves to be cleansed from the inside out, letting go of all of the stuck energies and emotions now, allowing ourselves to feel what needs to be felt and to allow all of the fear, pain, and sorrow to be released, to let go of any energy that is less than love within our energetic bodies, to let go of everything that we have heard, everything that we have seen, everything that we have smelt, heard, felt, and spoken, to release all of those energies now, to allow ourselves to find the frequency, of truth, to find the frequency of peace, to find the frequency of compassion and of wisdom. We now create a white spinning ball of light in our heart chakra, spinning out in all ways, clearing out all energies that are not our own, no longer serving us and not for our highest good. We clear out all of the energies that are no longer resonating with us now. We are willing to let go of the people, the places, the things, the ideas, the concepts, the ways we were willing ourselves and others completely to find the energy of union and peace within ourselves. We let go of the way that things used to be. We let go of the way that we thought things needed to be. We let go of the way we were hating on ourselves and others. We let go of all the ways that these feelings of mistrust were manifesting in our face, our hair, our mind, and our body. We truly allow ourselves to let go of the way that we were feeling hatred for ourselves, the way that we were feeling that we weren't good enough or smart enough or fierce enough, because none of that is true. We let go of the beliefs that we had given ourselves and simply believe in the power of potentiality. Letting go of the way that we think things need to work out and simply allowing ourselves to be guided by the truth, the love, the compassion, the wisdom, and the peace. We allow these to be the energies that are anchored within our heart now, letting go of every shard of evidence we are holding against one another. For when it is something you're holding on to against yourself or another, it's no longer serving anyone. Simply let go of everything that you are holding on to. Allow it to be released through our group presence now, to be completely relinquished unto the source itself, to be allowed to be restored and refaithed into the love of Christ consciousness itself. Remembering that our love of God is our connection to the true source, our remembrance that we are love, we are peace, we are truth, and we are beyond contentment, that we can find joy and bliss within ourselves. We let go of it all. We now create a white spinning ball of light in our throat chakra, spinning out in all ways, letting go of all the ways that we were screaming on the inside and not letting it out. Allowing ourselves to scream now if we need to stomp now if we need to let go of the ways that we were holding our ears, our nose, our mouth, our eyes, and to truly allow ourselves to let go of all ways that we were restricting ourselves, to truly let go of the resentment, the pain, the dishonor, and the disarming that had been done to us. We allow ourselves to let go, to lift ourselves up to the source creator himself, to lift ourselves, our work, our workings against us, and every word that we've ever spoken. We allow all of this to be lifted up to the source creator, to be lifted away and cleared, clarified, purified, and corrected now. We release the energy of the God source creator connection that was anything other than our divine source creator connection. We restore our belief in the energy of source, the ultimate source energy, the energy beyond the central sun. We allow ourselves to be renewed through our connection to the ultimate source energy itself, to allow the energy of source to truly wrap us in its love and its true understanding of who we are as the children of energy of source, that we are simply becoming that which we can become, and choosing to do so in the ultimate energy of peace, love, compassion, truth, and wisdom. We create a white spinning ball of light in our third eye chakra, spinning out in all ways, clearing out all energies that are not our own, no longer serving us and not for our highest good. We allow ourselves to come into the energetic connection of source energy, to truly be present for ourselves and others, and to allow ourselves to be open and willing to be cooperative components, not only to ourselves, but to source itself, to the universe, to be a cooperative component, to allow others to find the faith and connection that we have found within ourselves. We allow ourselves to find the bright shining light within our third eye, to allow our third eye to truly emerge as a bright illumination of that which is seen and unseen, to allow ourselves to open up our true gifts to all that we truly are, to allow ourselves to be and do and become the ultimate version of the true embodiment of what we consider to be the highest level of consciousness available, to allow ourselves to emerge to be the most brilliant version of our unlimited true self. We create a white spinning ball of light in our crown chakra, spinning out in all ways, releasing all blocks, limitations, and beliefs, letting go of everything that we were taught, all things that we were seeing, everything that we learned, and all of the energies that were teaching us to be anything else other than what we wanted to do and be in the given moment. We allow ourselves to truly emerge as the bright, shining people that we are. We allow ourselves to truly emerge as the light workers of Earth, to walk upon the earth triumphant, to truly live in the light and love of earth as the true utopia it was meant to be. We unlock all of the doors that we had given ourselves to slam shut. We open them now. We simply allow ourselves to see the doors that are open to us, to allow ourselves to emerge through the paths that were yet unseen, to allow ourselves to truly find the path of righteousness within ourselves. We allow this energy to flow out of us in all ways, to allow the energy of the light source creator to truly emerge triumphant within all energies in, on, and around us. We allow the white source energy of light to be present. Thank you, girl. Thank you for being here. Thank you for getting your shit together. We allow the light to truly flow out into all ways, to flow out of us, to flow out of our energy, to flow out into our aura, to cleanse all of the energy in, on, and around us, to truly understand that when you have ultimate people who are old souls, who know this work, who have the codes of healing that come together with a pure intention, knowledge, and awareness, that the ability to simply transcend time, to change the dance that we've been dancing, to come into the energetic alignment, to remember who you are, to remember your connection to source, to remember that you're a badass light worker is all that truly matters. To come into the energetic resonance of the peace, the love, the contentment of all that you are, were, and ever will be. What has happened in the past doesn't matter. What matters is that you choose to be someone who is resonating with the true energetic light force of the planet, to come into the alignment of bringing yourself up from the ashes, to truly be the emergence of the phoenix. It is the energy of emerging from the ashes that we wish for everyone now, to truly show up as the emergent being that you are, to recognize your own inner strength, your own inner power, and to truly come into the energetic resonance of your connection to yourself. We allow the energy that is flowing within us to be emergent now as a true force of light, to recognize the power of unity within ourselves, and the power of unity as a network of light. We allow ourselves to allow this light to emerge through all of our cells, to fill the cells and the energy within ourselves, and to allow this energy to fill all that we are, all that we've been, and all that we ever will be. We allow this energy to flow out of everything that we are, to flow out in all ways, to fill all of our aura and the energy around our aura, and to truly allow this energy to emerge triumphant, to allow the energy to fill all of the energy body layers, all of the energy of our aura, to spill out into the room around us, to allow this white healing energy to fill the room, to fill the home, to fill the building, to fill the neighborhood, to fill the city, to fill the state, to fill the country, and to emerge throughout the whole entire world, to allow the ripples of the energy of Lightworkers United to truly be what cleanses the planet and brings us into the ultimate utopia that we all know and believe that Earth can be. To let go of the way that things were going and to be willing to let go of the way we thought they needed to be, and to truly allow ourselves to emerge triumphant, to believe in the highest potentiality of all. We allow this energy to flow out, to understand that as we heal one another, we allow others to be healed as well. And we take note that those that need to leave our lives will. Now it is done. We allow ourselves to let go of all of those around us that are no longer serving us. They have the option to choose to come on board the ship or to choose to leave the ship altogether. It is simply a matter of allowing the energy to work itself out of your life. When you don't pull them back in, you are moving forward and allowing life on earth to be triumphant. We are at a turning point within our communities, within our friends, within our family, but more importantly, within the earth at large. And if we choose to move forward together, we do so triumphantly by making the choice that we choose love, peace, wisdom, truth, and compassion. And by doing so, they have the choice to get on board or get off the ship. In general, we choose to let go of those that are no longer serving our path, of those that have chosen energetically a different path of their own. We're willing to let them go, to let go of those that are no longer serving our path, no matter how important we were giving them in our lives. No, Buddha, you get to stay. We allow ourselves to truly move triumphantly through life.
He walked out of the room. That's funny.
Oh.
Sorry.
We allow ourselves to truly move triumphantly through life. We allow ourselves to move in the light and to choose to lift one another up. We choose to allow one another to be more triumphant in all ways. We allow the white healing light of earth to truly be triumphant in all ways, to allow the energy of the light workers united to truly create a grid around the world, to allow us to hand in hand rise together, to truly allow our beliefs to transcend time, space, and reality, to let go of everything that is no longer serving us now. We allow ourselves to see this light reflected out into the universe, into our communities, into our lovers, our friends, and our family, and to see only that which is light within us reflected back to us now as well. We let go of anything that wasn't light being reflected to us now. We ask for these things to be lifted up unto the Source Creator and to be lifted out of us in all ways. We let go of the versions of ourselves that we were seeing as wicked, to let go of everything that we needed to forgive within ourselves. We simply say, I forgive myself completely now. It is done. It is done. It is done. We allow ourselves to witness greatness here. We allow ourselves to witness greatness within ourselves, to witness greatness within others, and to witness greatness and change throughout the planet and the ripples out and far beyond. We allow ourselves to call in our trusted lightworker friends, our family, our coworkers, our lovers. We call on Archangel Michael to be with us now, to truly allow us to be present with those that are truly trusted. Yeah, that's my right-hand man. To truly allow those around us to be those that are trusted in the love and light of Christ consciousness. To allow ourselves to see the spirit animals around us, to recognize their presence with us, to recognize the animal community and how they can be our friends and our trusted allies along this journey, to recognize that the energies around us, the trees, the flowers, the air, the earth, are all part of our journey. We choose to allow these to be part of our energetic presence and to allow them to be part of the uplifted experience now. Amen. Remember this energetic presence that you have built within yourself. Remember this as a tool. Remember this as your energetic presence. Remember this as your path to true enlightenment. We now allow ourselves to further correct the energy around us through the presence of the additional tools that we have. Allow yourself to remember the ancient practices that you've witnessed. The things that you remember now are the things that you're meant to be doing throughout all time. If you see yourself dancing, that means dance. If you see yourself drumming, that means drum. If you see yourself dancing naked, then, do so in ways that are appropriate for community, and do whatever your heart is dancing to. Whatever it is that you see yourself doing, that's your own inner guidance system. That is your connection to your source of all that is. We now allow ourselves to come into the energy of the ultimate omnipresence. Oh. 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 It is done. It is done. It is done. Wow. Thank you to everyone who showed up today and who is joining us in the future as well. We welcome you into our circle and we ask for you to join the divine light workers, the channeled light beings, and the energetic future of tomorrow. Amen.